So, gender being relevant with mass media. It is true that mass media contains a huge and powerful effect on one's personality. Magazines, songs, movies, stories, and so be it. All of these factors affects our daily lives in any way possible. Usually on movies, even in reality, male characters appears as the strongest character, while female character appears to be the opposite way. Women are being belittled, LGBT members are more common in discrimination in any way. I've seen some issues on social media wherein a girl-to-girl attraction is accepted and okay, but while boy-to-boy are considered as disgusting. Homophobic people discriminates on the homosexuals and they feel disgusted to the non-binary people, and some says that it is against the society, which is not true. I don't see any reason why should we discriminate and eradicate non-binary people, because after all, they are all humans. We have the ability and rights to express ourselves, and we should expect that. Good news is that despite of the negative effect that mass media brings to the concept of gender, it also has a positive effect. LGBT community starts to stand up and fight for themselves, especially on social media, which is good because there's nothing to be afraid of and all of us has our own identity.
11. Gender and adult socialization. Our gender identity and gender roles typically come to feel natural well before we became adults. For this reason, unfortunately, feminine and masculine attitudes, behavior, and pattern speech are commonly reinforced in the social interaction of adults. In her research, Pamela Fishman discovered that even in conversation, males assume a position dominance over females. So for me, gender adult socialization is greatly influenced from the environment where he or she grew up with.
In structural functionalist perspective, sociologist Talcott Parsons explained that gender plays an important part in maintaining the society. Females serve to maintain the internal operation of the family, maintaining the household, and taking primary responsibility for raising children. Males function to connect the family to the larger world, primarily through their participation in the labor force. He further explained that individuals are prepared to assume these differing adult responsibilities through socialization process. I will share my opinion to this by giving some situation. First, what if a mother don't have ability of raising children? What if a mother can't manage doing household? That mother is a female. So, what will the father or the male of the family will do? As a responsible father, you will take the responsibility of that mother, of your wife, of that female. You will manage doing the household, you will raise your child, and at the same time, you won't forget that you also have responsibility as a male, which is work to connect your family to a larger world. You won't put to your mind that you're a male, that you don't need to manage the household, raise your children, because what will happen if you done that, right? So that's how father loves his family. Second situation, what if a father of your child left you? Of course, as a mother, you will still choose to raise your children. As a mother, you will take the responsibility that left by a father of your children. And when we revise that, when male left by his wife, so that male will take the responsibility of that female who left them with his son on that father's side. So that father will raise that child, that father will do the household and do also his responsibility, because there is no female or mother that can done that. You love your family, then take the responsibility without thinking the gender of yours. And that's my opinion to this.
Number 13, social conflict analysis. It suggests that the relation between males and females is not one of complementarity, but rather than one of inequality. Gender is seen as a benefiting males while women are socially disadvantaged minority group. Like racial and ethnic minorities, females are subject to prejudice and discrimination in a patriarchal society. So, patriarchal society is a society na pabor sa lalaki. So, counterpart ng patriarchal is yung matriarchal, which is ganun din ang meaning. So, pag patriarchal, mas pabor sila sa lalaki. So, mas justify nila na lalaki yung dapat nagro-rule sa society, which is kabaligtaran naman ng matriarchal, which is babae yung mas malakas daw sa lalaki, na mas may kakayahang i-handle ang government ng society. So, social conflict theory is a Marxist-based social theory which argues that the individuals and groups within the society interact on a basis of conflict rather than consensus. So, hindi ko siya masyadong naiintindihan honestly. Pero para sa in my own understanding is pinopromote ng social conflict analysis is hindi complementarity, more on inequality yung mas napopromote niya kasi parang sa social conflict analysis nakikita doon na yung gender benefiting males ang mas nagdo-dominate and nade-disregard ang women. So parang pag sinabi kasing gender benefiting males, so basic from the word itself, lalaki yung pinapaboran, sa lalaki yung positive lagi. And ang nangyayari sa women is nadi-disregard, nagiging second lead, nagiging subject sa prejudice and discrimination. Lalo na sa patriarchal society kasi automatic naman yun na pag patriarchal society, pabor talaga sa lalaki. So, ayun, yun yung pagkakaintindi ko sa dulo. So, siguro isang example nito is social conflict. Parang wala pa ako na-encounter na ganito since hindi ko talaga siya naiintindihan masyado. Pero yun yung pagkakaintindi ko base sa nabasa ko na yung social conflict is nagpo-promote siya ng gender benefiting male and women is nadi-disregard sa society.
Arapesh, both men and women were peaceful in temperament, and neither men and women made war. While Mundugumur, the opposite was true. Both men and women were warlike in temperament. The Chambuli women were the dominal, while men were the ones family clothes and makeup.
Feminism is the belief in the social inequality of sexes in the organized opposition to patriarchy and sexism. So, the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the inequality of the sexes. So, the feminism is also a range of social movements, political movements, and ideologies that aim to define and establish the political, economic, and social equality. So, liberal type of feminism believes that education is the only means to attain equality among the sexes. Socialist type identifies gender as the culprit and explaining why women are discriminated and abused in the society, hence aims to eradicate it. Radical type of feminism believes that equal treatment of the members by the society regardless of sex can only be attained through a social revolution. That's all.
Feminism, ito ay ang paniniwala sa hindi pagkakapantay-pantay ng lipunan pagdating sa ating mga kasarian. Liberal type of feminism, ito ay ang naniniwala na ang edukasyon ay ang tanging nakakamit ang pagkakapantay-pantay sa pagitan ng mga kasarian. Next is socialist type, isang culprit sa pagpapaliwanag kung bakit ang diskriminasyon ng mga kababaihan. Last is radical type of feminism. Ito ay naniniwala na ang pantay na pagtrato sa mga kasapi ng lipunan. Anuman ang pagtatalik ay makakamit lamang sa pamamagitan ng isang revolusyon sa lipunan.
In these slides, I will give some definition of terms. 1. Gender identity. The way males and females with their culture learn to think of themselves. 2. Gender stratification. The unequal distribution of wealth, power, and privilege between the two sexes. 3. Matriarchy. A form of social organization in which females dominate males. 4. Patriarchy. A form of social organization in which males dominate females. Last, sexism. Sexism is the belief that one sex is innately superior to the other.